Coming up this time on This Is True Really News, alcohol consumption has been on the decline. We're going to find out more about it. And if you think that's funny...
I know I haven't kept up my part.
Right, me either.
It's for the rest of you slackers. Glad?
I think we got to talk to Australia and New Zealand.
Isn't he Irish?
Yeah.
Come on.
I'm sure he keeps up his.
We all know Irishmen have been known to put away a few.
Yeah, but they put away Guinness, and that's lower in alcohol content than so many other beers.
That's true.
Yeah, anyway.
All right, we've got to get the Russians, Australians, and New Zealanders. Who's the hottest, most drinking thing? Remember you did that in the story.
Oh, yeah. Who was
I vaguely remember the story. Do you vaguely remember who were the top 5?
No.
The rest of us will have to
pretend.
Pick up our efforts.
Let's just call it Slovakia.
Sure.
Because I think it was an Eastern Bloc sort of country, wasn't it?
Well, that explains a lot, yeah.
Yeah, no. In any case, if you think this kind of crap is funny, like, subscribe, and follow This Is True Really News. If you have a story you think we ought to cover, send it to TITR@netradio.network.
This is True Really News with Scott Combs and Tony Vercanis. All the news you're about to hear is true.
Really?
As far as you know.
That one went pretty smooth.
Did you see the little flourish at the end where I flipped my hair?
My neck is stiff now just from watching you. So we had the Navy SEAL otters.
Mm-hmm.
Now we have 4 gray wolves, the ever popular Canis lupus, airdropped into Michigan. We should really have the Mission Impossible theme playing. They have 2 very important missions. The quartet, originally from Canada, have been helicoptered into Isle Royale National Park to check the 2,300 square kilometer moose population in the park, which has exploded in the absence of the canine predator.
Yeah.
Their second mission, wildlife specialists at the Ontario Ministry of Natural Resources and Forestry, otherwise known as OMNRF. Let's just call it the Ontario thing. Hope their introduction will revive the island's wolf population. It's a conservation technique known as rewilding. Thank you. They're mansplaining to me.
I need to be rewilded.
The foursome, this time 1 female and 3 males, will be... Oh, there's going to be wolf porn made out of this. I know it.
Absolutely.
The foursome will be joining a pair introduced in September, and they hope to further introduce another 14 to 24 sometime over the next 3 to 4 years. In the past, the Isle Royale National Park was connected to the mainland via an ice bridge for 50 days of the year or more. Proof that this is written by folks that aren't you and I.
Mm-hmm.
That ice bridge allowed wolves to come and go more or less as they please, but now the ice bridge has become less dependable, probably because of...
stupidity?
Well, yes, but they're going to call it global warming.
Yeah.
Or,
fine.
No, what is it now? Climate change.
Climate change, yeah.
Anyway, the ice bridge is less dependable, which means you get wolvies on the island stranded.
Okay. Well, they can eat some moose.
The parks.
I would think the moose could come and go too.
Not with the ice bridge is a little shaky. The result, the park's wolf population dwindled. They were up to 50 back in 1980, 2 in 2006. So as you might have guessed, without the wolvies there, the moosies did what moosies do.
Yeah, they are. They're
moosies.
Yeah, lots of
them. And then
them.
They're going nuts now, eating whatever they can find because, they're very large and they're omnivores. Or they're not omnivores, they're herbivores. So all those nice little herbivores, screwed.
Yep. The herbs are just outrageous. They're having strikes. They're marching in the pathways.
They have had previous population explosions, which resulted in thousands of starvation deaths for the poor moose.
Mace.
And they said the hardest part was finding the right wolves.
What do? Interview them? Hey, would you, if you had a chance?
See, but that was my first thought. They said, no, it's just, you can't have it be too old, too young, or injured.
Oh, well.
My first thought was, could it play Tom Cruise in Mission Impossible? Take him out. He's good.
Yeah, he's fine.
Could he star as John Wick? Yep, he's in.
He's in. I like that one.
Oh, my.
So,
anyway.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
No, that's it. They're done now. The only hope is that the animals won't get, shall we say, to bring in another animal, squirrely, being dumped in unfamiliar territory with complete strangers for company. Mildred, the neighbors,
The new neighbors.
You're the one who wanted to move here. You said, "Oh, that's not a trap." You
They
said,
got this
"It'll be
weird East
fine,"
Coast.
You said.
They got this weird East Coast accent. I can't understand a thing they howl. Alcohol consumption
I
has
believe
been
it translates to something about, "Hey, I'm working here."
make a hole. Get out of my way. Alcohol consumption has been in the decline in the U.S. in recent years, and the non-alcoholic drink industry is on the incline. Following this trend, some companies are turning to science to create alternatives that mitigate the negative effects of alcohol.
Didn't they something me with science, blinded me with science.
Yes, they did. They want to take the negative effects like hangovers and liver damage out. I think
That would be nice of them.
But that's something they introduced in Star Trek: The Next Generation with Synthahol.
See,
remember?
I'm a superhero fan, and most of them with their altered metabolisms can't get drunk anyway.
Yeah, which is
I mean, see your Captain Americas, your Flashes, Supermans. I mean, can you imagine Superman drunk? No airline would be safe after after a bender from soups.
One such alternative is Alcarel, a synthetic alcohol being developed by GABA Labs in London. It feels like what a glass of wine feels like. Presumably a glass at that point. Feels relaxing.
Give me the glass. Yeah, it feels like wine.
Makes you a bit more chatty, a bit more socially engaged with people. David Nutt, the company's chief scientific. I didn't realize his name.
I'm not doing it. I am not doing it. That's a cheap joke. And for one Swedberg, I am not going there.
So that'll teach you. Anyway, he's told it to the Wall Street Journal. The tasteless substance can be added to any drink, including non-alcoholic beer, wine, milk, sorbet, stew.
Although your pot in it, and
why would you put it in stew? You can't get it back then. He's just going to swallow, and you'll never see it.
No, they mean the food with the chunks of potato.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah,
drunky stew. So consumers can still enjoy their favorite beverage.
It's kind of like the protein now that has no taste. You can mix it with anything.
But you know what's going to happen if this comes out on the market? There's going to be college kids taking it straight.
And I'm pretty sure Motley Crue will mainline it.
Nutt.
Hard to get past that.
Who previously worked at the National Institute of Alcohol Abuse and Alcoholism, explained that it's made of gamma aminobutyric acid, which targets some, but not all, of the same brain receptors as real alcohol. That means Alcarel can make you feel more relaxed and sociable, but prevents the harmful health effects. As GABA Labs managing director David Oren put it, the synthetic hits all the right keys and none of the wrong ones. Alcohol is like playing a piano with boxing gloves on. You hit too many keys. Creatives they are not.
No. Fans of our favorite rude gesture rejoice. How did we miss this story when it came out?
Really?
In Canada, according to NPR, so we know it must be true, flipping someone off, giving them a yield bird is a protected God-given right. In Canada, as woke as they are, a Judge Dennis Galiatsados ruled back in, how do we miss this? Ruled in February that offending someone is not a crime.
Thank you.
Now, if only, more people understood that. The decision stemmed from a court case between two unneighborly neighbors in a Montreal suburb. I suspect there were finger flippings and French words flying. The complainants were, according to the judge, the complainants are free now to clutch their pearls in the face of such an insult. However, the police department and the 911 dispatchers have more important priorities to address.
You know what's going to happen then? They're going to start lying to them.
Probably.
Yeah, that's exactly what happens. But,
Or they could, oh no, it's Canada. They don't have any weapons of any sort because murder's bad.
Oh, yes, they do.
No, they don't.
They have weapons.
They have no knives, forks, spoons, rocks.
Hands, feet.
No, those are out too.
Yeah, they had to.
Oh, you have to register
off.
those.
Yeah, or they just cut them off when you're born.
Yeah, I think that's a different country.
In Catacarma,
I think it's Stephen.
In Catacarma, Argentina, an unnamed man, hang on, spent $150 on 2 toy poodles and brought them home to his family.
Okay.
To his shock, horror, and awe. When he took them to their
They were Bichons, weren't they?
first vaccination appointment, the veterinarian informed him they weren't poodles. They weren't even dogs.
Oh, this can't be good.
Turned out the market stall where the man bought these creatures was running a scam.
You think?
They were breeding and selling white ferrets that were pumped full of hormones upon birth and had their coats combed out in a way that made them seem extra fluffy. Which,
so
by
like
the way,
Bichon.
which is, yes, but extra fluffy. That's a great name for a ferret, don't you think?
Or a band.
This is a
or a stand-up comedian of Hispanic origin.
His big brother.
Or it could be, gained a few pounds.
This is a continuing scam in the giant La Salada market where another woman told authorities she was told she was buying a Chihuahua. But similarly, when she got home, relatives informed her she ended up with a large ferret. Now, this is interesting, though, and neither individual has filed official complaints.
Do you know why?
Because they like the ferrets.
And they look as stupid as a rock. Honest to God, I thought I was buying a Komodo dragon. It's a ferret.
I was buying the black bear. Nope, it's just a big ferret. By the way, I saw a great video.
Brought my ferret in and they told me it was a Chihuahua. I don't know what happened.
It was up in Canada. And, some of those remoter towns are rather rustic and certain types of wildlife waddle through all the time.
Yeah.
So this little girl comes out of their house, looks to her right and sees a black bear approaching the landing.
Yep.
Well, she wants to go pet the puppy.
Don't pet the puppy.
And mom and dad are going, that's not a dog.
That's
Come here.
Bear.
Yeah, I want to pet the dog. You can't pet the dog. It's not a dog. Come on.
We don't want to have to nickname you Lefty.
This is true, really news. Send email to TITR@netradio.network.